All right, big fella. Favorite Kevin Nash moment.
Him playing Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Secret of the Ooze. No, I'm serious, man. Kevin Nash played Shredder, Super Shredder, at the end of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Why do you think I call you the elderly statesman? Because there are a lot of times you repeat stuff in the 70s and 60s. You know, most of the younger people don't even remember that.
Hey, man, look. Secret of the Ooze. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Secret of the Ooze is a classic movie. It is timeless. You know, how can you not love that? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are timeless. And Super Shredder was the greatest villain at the end of the movie you're ever going to see. So the fact that Kevin Nash played, and it fit because he had the size for it, he had the build for it, and everything. So when he played Super Shredder in Secret of the Ooze, I think that was good. When he powerbombed the Big Show, in WCW, that was amazing. When he picked up the Big Show in a clean powerbomb and powerbombed him clean. I mean, that's something that people never thought about doing. You know, a body slam, that's one thing. But a power bomb, that's quite another. Him forming the Wolfpack, the NWO Wolfpack, that was good. You know, when he spent off and left Hulk Hogan and formed the NWO Wolfpack.
I would have to say his promo, the first time he arrived at WCW, him and Scott Hall, and how he was behind Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
And of course, even though it was past his prime, but I love the 2002 with him and Triple H, particularly Bad Blood.
Yeah.
The Hell in a Cell match with him and Mick Foley as the special guest referee.
Yeah. I love that too.
But for a big man, he can move.
Yeah.
And wasn't known for
King Mabel.
Yeah. Wasn't known for like the most promo skills, but he had a presence. There was something about him in terms of his physique that you were like awe or in wow of.
Yeah. Another big Kevin Nash moment is WrestleMania 11. I know people remember that moment from Lawrence Taylor getting in the ring with Bam Bam Bigelow.
When he beat Shawn Michaels?
Yeah. No, even before that. Remember the whole night Shawn Michaels was trying to get Pamela Anderson to walk to the ring with him. And you know, Pamela Anderson back then,
she was fine.
She was fine as cat hair, man. I'm just gonna be real. But he was trying to get her to go to the ring with him. And then instead of, you know, getting Pamela Anderson, he got Jennifer McCarthy to accompany him to the ring. Him and Sid Vicious, right? And lo and behold, Big Daddy Cool comes out and he comes to a stop. And he waves her on out, and then Pamela Anderson comes out, man. That was another big moment. Him and Pamela Anderson in the ring, because that was a big crossover, man. And, you know, you can say all you want to about a lot of other cats saying different things. You know what I'm talking about, PSP, because we joke about it. But that was cool in order to see Pamela Anderson. I was a big Baywatch fan. I even had her T-shirt, you know, when I went to Six Flags one year. So, yeah. Yeah, I had Pamela Anderson's T-shirt on when I went to Six Flags one year.
I wouldn't be surprised. You probably had posters of Pam
and Carmen
Electra.
And Carmen Electra. I had her T-shirts too. So yeah, I mean, him walking out with Pamela Anderson doing her peak, you know, on Baywatch, you know, when she was at the peak of her career, on WrestleMania, the biggest stage in wrestling during that time, during a new generation that a lot of people had turned away from wrestling for a little bit. That was amazing, man. And look, let's not forget when he had that fake broken leg. He had that little spread or whatever that Clint Eastwood sheet covered up his leg, and then he pulled it off and walked in the ring. That was cool. The formation of the NWO, without Kevin Nash, the formation of the NWO does not have the same impact. He was the enforcer of that group. You know, every group has the main guy, you have the undercard guy, and you have that big ass enforcer that you know you have to that is a force to be reckoned with. When he comes to the ring, he evens up the playing field in a hurry. And he was the enforcer for the original NWO, man. He was the enforcer for the original NWO. And Man, look, Big Sexy has some. He has some soul about him too, man. You know, he copied a lot of stuff and implemented it into the Wolfpack from the West Side Connection. He looped hip hop with wrestling. I always say this, and I say this to this day. The only difference between WCW and the WWE is this. WWE during that time, during the Attitude Era, implemented rock and roll. They were rock and roll. WCW was hip hop.
Well, of course, obviously with the NWO, the Black on Black, they looked
Yeah,
at NWA, and also too Bischoff. To your point, Vince perfected it, but Bischoff originated it.
yeah. He was the first. He was the first boss heel in wrestling.
He was. I just think during their time with NWO, how they were able to acquire Dennis Rodman there during their time. So I love that. But Kevin Nash, I just loved the matches. And also too, they tried to bring back the NWO when they were there in 2002.
Yeah, trying to
So
bring it back then. Biggest fumble in WWE history is not getting Kevin Nash and the Wolfpack over for the real invasion in 2000. They would have had matches for the next 2 to 3 years if they was able to get him, Lex Luger, Goldberg, and guys over there to WWE back after WCW closed its doors. Kevin Nash was a big reason why I love watching the WWE and WCW. Kevin Nash was a big guy, man. He was a big, smooth guy. Had the hip hop and had the charisma, had the size, had the ability. And man, that was, like I said, when he lifted up the Big Show, that was for a power bomb. That was nothing short of amazing, man. Not too many people back then could get the Big Show up. A select few. So when they got him up in the air, it was a feat. So got a big ups to Kevin Nash, man, because without Kevin Nash, there is no guaranteed contracts in wrestling. Wrestlers are still getting paid on the low. Kevin Nash and
yeah,
those
obviously him, Goldberg. Yeah, remember when they when WCW departed, when they were gone in 2001, Kevin Nash, Goldberg, they were still able to get paid
yeah.
while sitting at home and doing nothing.
I
And
would
that,
have stayed at home too if I was getting paid $2 million a year to sit on.
well, who wouldn't?
Shit, I'm just being real. If I'm getting paid, and that check fall on the first 15th of every month, there's $2 million at the end of the year. Only thing I do is pay my taxes.
And
I'm
plus,
gonna
you'd
sit
be a
on down.
fool. Plus, you'd be a fool to work elsewhere to make less money. So the best
Exactly.
thing to do is stay home.
Exactly.